Welcome to the English Nest. Today's lesson is very powerful and very useful for English learners because we are going to understand two advanced English words that are often used in speaking, writing, news reports, literature, and formal communication. These two words are accompany and succumb. Both words are common in professional English and academic English. If you understand them deeply and learn how to use them naturally, your spoken English and writing skills will immediately sound more fluent, educated, and confident. In this lecture, we will discuss the meaning of accompany and succumb, their grammatical structures, common expressions, differences in usage, pronunciation, real-life examples, common mistakes, and practical tips for using them naturally in conversation. By the end of this lecture, you will be able to use both words correctly and confidently in your daily English communication. Let us begin with the first word. Accompany. The word accompany is a verb. Pronunciation. Accompany. Meaning of accompany. The word accompany means to go somewhere with someone, to stay with someone, or to happen together with something else. In simple words, accompany means to go together with someone or something. This word is widely used in formal and everyday English. Now let us understand its different uses one by one. First use of accompany. To go somewhere with someone. When one person goes with another person somewhere, we use accompany. Examples. I accompanied my friend to the hospital. My younger brother accompanied me to the market. She accompanied her parents to the wedding ceremony. The teacher accompanied the students on the school trip. Would you like to accompany me to the conference tomorrow? In all these examples, accompany means to go together with someone. Second use of accompany. To happen together with something. Sometimes accompany is not used for people. It is used for situations, emotions, sounds, or conditions that occur together. Examples. Fever is often accompanied by weakness. The announcement was accompanied by loud applause. Heavy rain was accompanied by strong winds. His success was accompanied by many challenges. The music accompanied the dance performance beautifully. In these examples, accompany means to happen together with something else. Third use of accompany. To provide musical support. In music, accompany means to support a singer or musician with another instrument. Examples. She accompanied the singer on the piano. The guitarist accompanied the vocalist during the performance. A violin softly accompanied the song. The orchestra accompanied the national anthem. My sister accompanied me while I sang at the event. This use is very common in musical discussions. Grammar structure of accompany. Accompany is usually followed by an object. Structure. Accompany plus person or thing. Examples. I accompanied my mother. Fear accompanied his thoughts. Soft music accompanied the dinner. She accompanied him to the airport. Remember that accompany is a transitive verb, so it usually needs an object. Now let us discuss some common expressions with accompany. Common expressions with accompany. Accompanied by. This is the most common phrase. Examples. The president arrived accompanied by security officers. The disease is accompanied by severe pain. She entered the hall accompanied by her husband. Accompany someone home. He accompanied me home after the party. Accompany someone on a trip. My uncle accompanied us on our journey. Accompany a meal. Soup accompanied the main dish. Now let us understand some common mistakes learners make with accompany. Common mistakes with accompany. Incorrect. He accompanied with me. Correct. He accompanied me. Incorrect. I accompanied with my friend to school. Correct. I accompanied my friend to school. Remember that accompany itself already gives the meaning of with, so we usually do not use with after accompany. Now let us discuss the tone and style of accompany. Tone and formality. Accompany is slightly formal compared to simple words like go with. For example, I will go with you. This is casual English. I will accompany you. This sounds more formal and professional. That is why accompany is often used in speeches, news reports, articles, official writing, and academic communication. Now let us discuss 5 important examples of accompany in detail. 5 examples of accompany. Example 1. The doctor accompanied the patient to the operation room. Explanation. Here accompany means the doctor went together with the patient. Example 2. A feeling of sadness accompanied her words. Explanation. Sadness happened together with her words and emotions. Example 3. My father accompanied me during my first job interview. Explanation. The father went with the speaker for support. Example 4. Thunderstorms were accompanied by heavy rainfall. Explanation. Both things happened together. Example 5. The pianist accompanied the singer during the concert. Explanation. The pianist provided musical support. Now let us move toward the second word of today's lecture. Succumb. Succumb is also a verb. Pronunciation. Succumb. Meaning of succumb. The word succumb means to give into something, fail to resist something, or become overwhelmed by something. It often carries a serious or emotional meaning. Succumb usually refers to weakness, pressure, temptation, illness, fear, stress, or defeat. In simple words, succumb means to stop resisting and finally accept defeat or pressure. Now let us understand the different uses of succumb. First use of succumb. To fail to resist temptation, pressure, or emotions. Examples. He succumbed to temptation and ate the cake. Many people succumb to stress at work. She finally succumbed to fear. The child succumbed to pressure from classmates. Do not succumb to negative thinking. In all these examples, succumb means giving up resistance. Second use of succumb. To die from illness or injury. This is a very common formal use of succumb. Examples. The patient succumbed to the disease. Many soldiers succumbed to their injuries. He succumbed to cancer after a long battle. The old man succumbed to illness last night. Several victims succumbed to smoke inhalation. In this context, succumb means to die because of something. Third use of succumb. To lose a struggle or battle. Examples. The team succumbed to defeat in the final match. The army succumbed to enemy attacks. The company succumbed to financial pressure. The city eventually succumbed to destruction. Here succumb means to fail against something powerful. Grammar structure of succumb. The word succumb is usually followed by the preposition to. Structure. Succumb to something. Examples. Succumb to pressure. Succumb to temptation. Succumb to fear. Succumb to illness. Succumb to defeat. Remember this carefully because the preposition to is extremely important with succumb. Now let us discuss common expressions with succumb. Common expressions with succumb. Succumb to temptation. He succumbed to temptation and spent all his savings. Succumb to pressure. She refused to succumb to social pressure. Succumb to illness. The actor succumbed to illness at an early age. Succumb to fear. Do not succumb to fear during difficult times. Succumb to defeat. The players never succumb to defeat. Now let us discuss common mistakes learners make with succumb. Common mistakes with succumb. Incorrect. He succumbed from illness. Correct. He succumbed to illness. Incorrect. She succumbed under pressure. Correct. She succumbed to pressure. Always remember that succumb is almost always followed by to. Now let us understand the tone and style of succumb. Tone and formality. Succumb is a formal and serious word. It is commonly used in news reports, books, speeches, psychology, healthcare discussions, and emotional storytelling. For example, he gave up under pressure. This is simple and casual. He succumbed to pressure. This sounds stronger, more formal, and emotionally powerful. That is why advanced English speakers often use succumb in formal communication. Now let us study 5 detailed examples of succumb. 5 examples of succumb. Example 1. The athlete refused to succumb to exhaustion. Explanation. The athlete did not allow tiredness to defeat him. Example 2. Many people succumb to unhealthy habits because of stress. Explanation. People fail to resist bad habits. Example 3. The patient sadly succumbed to the infection. Explanation. The patient died because of the infection. Example 4. The company succumbed to financial difficulties. Explanation. The company failed because of money problems. Example 5. Never succumb to fear when facing challenges. Explanation. Do not allow fear to control or defeat you. Now let us compare accompany and succumb together so that you can clearly understand the difference. Difference between accompany and succumb. Accompany means to go with someone or happen together with something. Succumb means to give into pressure, illness, temptation, or defeat. Accompany usually shows connection or partnership. Succumb usually shows weakness, surrender, or inability to resist. Examples. My brother accompanied me to the station. Here accompany means going together. He succumbed to fear before the interview. Here succumb means he failed to resist fear. Accompany usually has a neutral or positive tone. Succumb usually has a negative or serious tone. Now let us practice both words in conversational English. Conversation practice. Conversation 1. Aisha, will you accompany me to the seminar tomorrow? Sarah, of course. I would be happy to accompany you. Conversation 2. Ali, why did he leave the competition? Hamza, he succumbed to pressure and lost confidence. Conversation 3. Teacher, do not succumb to fear during exams. Student, I will try to stay confident. Conversation 4. Mother, can you accompany your grandmother to the clinic? Son, yes, I will accompany her after lunch. Now let us discuss some advanced understanding of accompany and succumb. Advanced use of accompany. Accompany can also be used metaphorically. Examples. Silence accompanied his anger. Hope accompanied their journey. Confidence accompanied her speech. Here accompany is not physical. It describes emotional or abstract connection. Advanced use of succumb. Succumb can describe emotional surrender. Examples. She succumbed to loneliness. He succumbed to despair. They succumbed to hopelessness. These expressions are very common in literature and emotional storytelling. Now let us discuss pronunciation tips. Pronunciation tips. Accompany. Accompune. Succumb. Succumb. The letter B at the end of succumb is silent. Do not pronounce it as succumb. Correct pronunciation is succumb. Now let us discuss synonyms of accompany and succumb. Synonyms of accompany. Go with. Escort. Join. Attend. Support. Partner. Travel with. Synonyms of succumb. Surrender. Yield. Give in. Collapse. Submit. Fall victim to. Be defeated by. Now let us discuss antonyms. Antonyms of accompany. Leave. Avoid. Separate. Abandon. Ignore. Antonyms of succumb. Resist. Fight. Overcome. Defeat. Survive. Endure. Now let us practice sentence transformation. Sentence transformation practice. Simple sentence. He went with me to the office. Advanced sentence. He accompanied me to the office. Simple sentence. She gave in to fear. Advanced sentence. She succumbed to fear. Simple sentence. The singer had piano music with her performance. Advanced sentence. The singer was accompanied by piano music. Simple sentence. The patient died from the illness. Advanced sentence. The patient succumbed to the illness. This transformation technique helps your English sound more professional and advanced. Now let us discuss practical speaking tips. Practical speaking tips. Use accompany when talking about going together with someone in formal situations. Examples include interviews, events, meetings, hospitals, airports, ceremonies, and official trips. Use succumb when discussing pressure, fear, temptation, stress, illness, defeat, or emotional struggles. These words are especially useful in essays, speeches, storytelling, debates, and motivational speaking. Now let us create a short story using both words together. Short story practice. A young journalist was sent to cover a dangerous storm in a remote village. His assistant accompanied him throughout the journey. As they entered the village, heavy rain accompanied strong winds and darkness. Many villagers had already succumbed to fear because their homes were damaged. However, the journalist encouraged them to stay strong and not succumb to hopelessness. During the rescue mission, volunteers accompanied injured people to safe shelters. Their courage inspired everyone in the village. This short story shows how naturally accompany and succumb can be used in English communication. Now let us revise the key points of today's lecture. Revision. Accompany means to go with someone or happen together with something. Succumb means to give into pressure, temptation, illness, fear, or defeat. Accompany is often connected with support, partnership, and togetherness. Succumb is usually connected with weakness, surrender, or inability to resist. Accompany is followed directly by an object. Examples. Accompany me. Accompany the patient. Accompany the singer. Succumb is usually followed by the preposition to. Examples. Succumb to fear. Succumb to temptation. Succumb to illness. Now let us end today's lecture with motivational learning advice. Learning advanced English vocabulary is not only about memorizing meanings. It is about understanding emotions, situations, tone, grammar, and real-life usage. Words like accompany and succumb help you express yourself more naturally and professionally. The more you practice them in speaking and writing, the more fluent and confident your English will become. Do not fear difficult vocabulary. Every advanced English speaker was once a beginner. Practice daily, repeat sentences aloud, create your own examples, and try to use these words in your conversations. Slowly and steadily, your English will become powerful and impressive. Thank you for learning with the English Nest. Keep practicing. Keep improving. Keep speaking English confidently every single day.